Let's discuss this more with Nicholas Paleolog, co-host of the Blue Jays Today podcast. Nicholas, great to have you with us. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, man. I'm very excited.
I can hear it. You know what? Whenever I see those spring training highlights out of Florida, it's like, all right, it's time to come out of hibernation now and look ahead to summer, right? So where does the team stack up this year? How does it looking?
I think it's looking pretty good. There was a lot of changes that went down. Some key core pieces, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Teoscar Hernandez, they are no more. They're gone. But we brought in a bunch of other guys. And I think that if you're watching this team, you're going to see something completely different. You're going to see something that you haven't seen in a while. Seriousness. Just an overwhelming sense of wanting to win, walking out there with a strong objective. That's the entire, the drive, the motive of this offseason. And what the management said, they want to get a lot more serious. They brought in some veteran guys. And I think that we're going to see that a lot this season.
Well, second in the AL East and a wild card spot. I mean, you know, they made it to the dance last year. How much pressure is on this time around when you make it to that point?
It's a lot. It is a lot. This team, they've gone out, they've acquired the players. They've made the trades, they've signed the guys, they have the core pieces, and Jays fans are going to hate to hear this. I hate to say it, but Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Bo Bichette, Alek Manoah, three absolute stars in this game, 0 playoff wins. No playoff at all. So the pressure is on. There really is no more excuses. I do think that this team is completely up to the task, but I think that the expectations are shifting. And I truly believe, I'm going to say it right here on literally live television, if it's not divisional round, if the team does not make it to the divisional round, I think it's going to be a bit of a disappointment.
Okay, how about Yusei Kikuchi starting in the home opener? Any thoughts?
That wasn't Yusei Kikuchi.
Oh, it wasn't?
That was not. That was a different player. Well, it was, but that player, that was not the Yusei Kikuchi of last year. Yusei Kikuchi last season he was unsure. He was lacking confidence. The player that we saw today take the mound was confident. He was commanding. He was efficient. He was quick. He was in control of that ball game. He had the hitters. They were on their heels. They had no idea what was coming. And even when he didn't fully execute his pitch, it was okay. Boom, we're right back into the game. And then we go back to something that we trust. If he can play like that, if he can continue to do that, the Jays are going to be in a phenomenal place. And considering he's competing right now for the 5th spot in that rotation, I like his chances a lot if he keeps that up.
Okay, you know, I see what you mean there now by that wasn't him. Okay, finally, just really quickly, just a couple seconds left. You look like you're probably a lot younger than me, but I was 13 years old when the Jays won the World Series. A lot of folks remember that moment, and a lot of people still associate a run to the playoffs this day and age with that moment. I mean, they've got a legacy to live up to here, don't they?
Absolutely, absolutely. And when you look back at that team, there was just so many big, impressive names. And I think that you can make a lot of comparisons to this team that we have right now. There's a lot of big names here, a lot of all-star players on this squad. I think we have the makings to be that same sort of squad that they were back in 92, 93.
Okay. You know what? History can repeat itself sometimes. And Nicholas Paleolog, co-host of the Blue Jays Today podcast, appreciate you looking ahead to the season with us. Thanks, Nicholas.
Thank you so much.